Hello, everybody. I feel as though I have been in a land far, far away. So I am emerging from my hiatus. I did not expect, not for long. I didn't expect to be on a BookTube hiatus at all. But I have to tell you, these times really have taken their toll. And I have found myself enjoying reading and enjoying pursuing other creative passions and things like that. And I have been reflecting on my channel because this year is going to be the 5th anniversary of ONYX Pages. Which also means because ONYX Pages was birthed on our honeymoon, it's also Tomi and our 5th year anniversary of marriage. And so this is like a big year for a lot of different things. And if you're anything like me, birthdays, anniversaries are all opportunities to reflect. So I ended up reflecting a lot on ONYX Pages and on what I want to do going forward on ONYX Pages and a lot of different creative pursuits. So that is why it's been a minute since I've been on. And I intended to take January and February off and to return in March. But I've gotten a lot of packages and I want to open them because packages, right? Like one's like rainbow colored and I'm just super excited. And I don't know if you follow Thomas from SFF 180, but he does this thing called Mailbox Mondays, where he will open packages every Monday. I don't get that many BookTube related packages, so I can only do it like a couple times a year, but here we are. So thank you for watching live. So I'm going to start off with a haul, but if you happen to catch this live and you have any questions you want to ask me, then feel free to put them in the chat. But for now, I'm just going to start with a book haul. Surprise! Okay, so the first book, I already know who it's from, but we need drama, so I'll keep it as a bit of a surprise while I cut the package. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So this is the first book that I received. Hi, Black Diva, and hi, Brittany from Ellen Eclectic. Okay, so this is the first book that I received, which is The Witch's Apprentice. And this, the camera's a little bit blurry. That's weird. It looks perfect on my end. Please let me know if it's still blurry and how blurry is it? Like, should I address it blurry or it's fine blurry? Just let me know. Okay, so this is the third book in the Dragons in a Bag series by Zeta Elliott. This is a middle grade series. I read the first book, but I didn't read the second book because I wanted to wait. Oh, the camera's blurry. Okay, let me know if it's blurry. Okay, everyone, let's pause. This is what happens when you're a community. So that's great. Let me change the camera and use the camera on my my actual computer and see if that makes a difference. 1 second. I know it's going to be black for a second. Does that help? I'm now using my laptop and not the HD camera. It's pretty blurry. Okay. Is it still blurry? Did that make any difference to the blur factor? We will have to pause this until it made a difference. So yes, it made a difference, or yes, it's still blurry. Let me know. It's a little blurry, but much better. Okay. I'm wondering if I should... Do you think hotspotting might help if I connect it to another? It's still blurry. Okay, let me try something else, because I wonder if it's my connection. And it is totally... Oh, it might be gone. Maybe I'm here. So I've changed my connection, I think. Lost sound. This is marvelous. I have definitely been away from this for a long time. Lost sound. Audio. Okay. All right. It's better. And you can hear me. Okay. All right. So we're good? Are we good? We're good. I can continue. Yes. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I feel very supported here. Okay. Oh, and thank you. Glasses are from SOULar, as are all the glasses. Yes, please continue. All right, friends. Thanks, friends. Okay. So this is book 3 from Dragons in a Bag. And I have books 1 and 2 here. Now, here's the problem about being a slow reader. When you're a slow reader and you read the first book of a series, it can take a long time before you get to the next books in the series. So what I've learned is that my pattern right now is to read the first book in a series, after which I'll decide whether I want to continue in the series. And unfortunately, if I do want to continue in the series, I probably won't read the other books until the series is either over or very close to ending, because I can't... Number one, I don't like not getting what I want. So I don't like waiting for the next book in the series, but also because I read so slowly, it can actually take years before I get to the next book in the series. And so it can be kind of hard. So I read Dragons in a Bag by Zeta Elliott and absolutely loved it. And you can see my review of it elsewhere on the channel. And then I also got The Dragon Thief, which is the sequel to Dragons in a Bag. And then Zeta Elliott sent me a copy of The Witch's Apprentice as well. And the cool thing about this is that I'll be hosting a giveaway on Instagram for The Witch's Apprentice. So if you are following me on Instagram, then you'll find out about that when it happens. But this is book number 3, and I'm seeing what looks like a phoenix. But if you look really closely, the bird is black. I love that the bird is all orange except for the head, which is black. I mean, well, brown. And I'm just like, way to be very clear that we are talking about a black bird. But yeah, that is the that's the first one. This is book 3. I think it's going to be a series that goes beyond book 3. But yes, very, very cool. All right, so that's Dragons in the Bag. So that's the first one. So please let me know, is the illustrator GDB? That would be amazing. Oh, wow. The jacket art is Geneva B. I love Geneva B's work, so this is great. Yes. Hello, Tatiana. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to open, I'm going to do the things that aren't surprises to me. I know what this is, but since we're opening, I will open it and I will tell you why I'm super excited about it. Also, if you're here and you're watching, please let me know that you're here and you're watching, and how are you doing and what are you reading? Okay, so this is the next thing. So I got a subscription to the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. And the reason I got a subscription is because the editor of the magazine of science and fantasy fiction, fantasy and science fiction, is Cherie Renee Thomas. Cherie Renee Thomas is the editor of Dark Matter 1, which is a century of speculative fiction from the African diaspora, and Dark Matter 2, Reading the Bones. And these are heralded as being like quintessential, groundbreaking anthologies. This was the first of its kind. And so I'm super excited that the person who put these anthologies together is now the editor of the oldest, I think it's been around for 73 years, the oldest magazine this is its 73rd year of publication, and a Black woman is editing this. So that prompted me to get a subscription and to read more short works, and also to learn more about the magazine and all about it. And what I like about the magazine is that there are little challenges. So there's poetry, there are, like short form stories, novelettes, and the magazine itself has a little challenge every edition, and it's usually in the back. And they're usually like little riddles and things, and they ask you to mail in your answers and you can win things. And there's also a really cool section on, like, this is very old school. There's like coming attractions. It talks about things that are going to happen. Oh, like this. Listen to what I just learned. So this is in the section coming attractions. Okay. We have new stories from around the world in store for you in the next issue. So put your traveling shoes on and carve out some time to read. Look for The Epic of Q Shitu by Toby Ongundiran, a dark, fantastical Nigerian tale that will take you deep into dangerous seas. Right? So I just am moved by all of the African science fiction and fantasy that I'm seeing. I don't know how much of a change this was from past editions, because I was never a subscriber before, but I think that's super cool. The other thing that's super cool is that there's this marketplace at the back, fantasy and science fiction marketplace, and people advertise the most interesting things. Like, some people advertise their books, some people advertise other magazines, some people advertise book clubs, and all sorts of things. So I sometimes wonder if I'm going to run into like a weird ad, like in the lower right hand corner. Some people put political messages in it. It's just kind of, or quotes. It's kind of cool. So anyway, and then Cherie Renee Thomas has an editorial in each edition that's also lovely to read. So that is the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. Okay, so I asked you what you're reading right now, and Brittany, you are listening to Daughter of the Moon Goddess. How are you enjoying it? Hello, Chloe. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to open, I don't know what this one is. I hope these are books because that would be awkward. I know. Ooh, look at this cover. Okay, look at this cover. Okay, I'm a sucker for collage art. Okay, collage art is one of my favorite kinds of art. Okay, check this out. First of all, this figure is gorgeous and the colors are amazing. Trouble the Waters, Tales from the Deep Blue. I know the cover is gorgeous. Okay, so edited by Cherie Renee Thomas, because obviously, and Pan Morgan and Troy L. Wiggins. So Trouble the Waters. And you know that I love my mermaids. You know that I love my deep, dark, under the sea, scary, twisted, gravity defying speculative fiction. So what is Trouble the Waters about? I'm so excited. This looks gorgeous. Okay. Trouble the Waters gathers the tidal force of best-selling renowned writers from Lagos to New Orleans, Memphis to Copenhagen, Northern Ireland to London, offering extraordinary speculative fiction tales of ancient waters in all its myriad forms. Meet techno-savvy water spirits, bayou saints and sirens, robots and river root women, a pod of joyful space whales, and a castle of waterborne terrors and mysteries, including work by Nalo Hopkinson, Jakira Diaz, Andrea Hairston, Linda D. Addison, Rihanna Amilcar Scott, Marie Vibert, Maurice Broaddus, and other breakout beautiful voices. These stories and poems celebrate the most vital elemental forces, water. What? So, okay. So I'm ready. I'm ready. And this, so Trouble the Waters came out, I think it's 2019. So this has been out for a minute. And yeah, I'm ready. I love it. And what is who published this? Third Man Books. So this is Trouble the Waters, Tales from the Deep Blue, space whales. So that's awesome. Okay. Chloe, I think this is something you would really enjoy. Okay, I'm trying to be strategic about what I open and when and all those things, who's it's and what's. Okay, so this was weird. This one says that it came from Sweden, and I don't really know. I mean, first of all, I hope it says it's a book, but I don't know why I would have a book from Sweden, because that kind of doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it's not from Sweden. Maybe it's not a book. Maybe I'm not even going to show you. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, it kind of looks like a... What is this? Okay. Brittany, are you ready? Wow. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So on the top it says, who gets to be the hero of any history? Okay. And here's the book. So this is Goliath by Tochi Onyebuchi. And okay, so this is an advanced reader's copy of Goliath by Toshi Onyebuchi. And if you remember way back when we thought the COVID pandemic was going to only be here for a minute and we had quarantine pages, you will recall that our Brittany from Melanin Eclectic interviewed Tochi Onyebuchi. And while she was interviewing Tochi Onyebuchi, she asked what's next in store that we can look forward to. And he talked about this book, Goliath. And okay, first of all, it's in a sleeve. I'm ready. This is great. So you may have seen this cover. Okay, Brittany, I'm gonna work on your free copy because you deserve one. So it's on sale January 2022. So this is a thing of the past. Okay. In the 2050s, Earth has begun to empty. Those with the means and the privilege have departed the great cities of the United States for the more comfortable confines of space colonies. Those left behind salvage what they can from the collapsing infrastructure. As they eke out an existence, their neighborhoods are being cannibalized. Brick by brick, their houses are sent to the colonies. What was once a home, now a quaint reminder for the colonists of the world that they wrecked. A primal biblical epic flung into the future. Goliath weaves together disparate narratives, a space dweller looking at New Haven, Connecticut, as a chance to reconnect with his spiraling lover, a group of laborers attempting to renew the promises of Earth's crumbling cities, a journalist attempting to capture the violence of the streets, a marshal trying to solve a kidnapping. All these stories into a richly urgent mosaic about race, class, gentrification, and who is allowed to be the hero of any story. So that is Goliath. And yes, I'm happy. So thank you, Tor. Thank you, Tor, for sending me an advanced reader's copy of Goliath in a sleeve from Sweden. Because, yeah, that's great. So I'm super happy about that. And that was a surprise. And I appreciate it. Okay. So, so now I'm going to open, I have 3 more packages. The one in the rainbow, I'll do this one last because I know for sure that this is a book. So I think I know what this one is. It ripped and I could see a little bit of the book through it, but we'll just, oh God. These packages are so very stiff. This is your ASMR moment. Okay. Oh my gosh. You ever cut an envelope and not fail to actually cut through the pocket? I just did that. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, so I know I got this. So this is Akata Witch. And the reason I got Akata Witch is because I thought I was going to be, I didn't buy Akata Witch. Akata Witch was sent to me by the publisher because I was waiting for Akata Warrior, and I wanted to have the Akata Witch, it's right here, Akata Witch, Akata Warrior, all with the same covers. So this is like the first cover of Akata Witch, and then this is, they're different styles. And I wanted Akata Witch, Akata Warrior, and Akata Woman in the same style. So I thought that the Akata Witch that I was going to get was going to be in this style. So, Sherry, you don't own Akata Witch, but you love it. So you read it? Did you read it? Okay, so that's what this is. This is Akata Witch. I have not read Akata Warrior for reasons I've already explained. So I will open the last package. So I'm grateful that I have this. I am going to be reading Akata Witch again But this means that I have a book that I can distribute or do a giveaway for, so that someone else who hasn't read Akata Witch will be able to read. Okay, now, so I just opened this. Let's do a little. Do you know what book this is? Can you guess the book? Can you guess what book this is? Maybe let's see if I can get it closer. Can anybody guess that? Is this fun for anybody but me? Melon. Of course you guessed it, Brittany. I love y'all. I miss y'all. You're so smart. Okay. Yes, it's Marlon. So this is Chloe's like, I have no idea, but I am going with the majority. Okay, so this is also an advanced reader's copy. So I was reached out to by, I believe it was Penguin Canada, to get a copy of this. And they very, very kindly gave me 2 books. So they provided me with a copy, a paperback copy of Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. I have not read this. It is up there. It is one of the books. Oh, I lied. It's right here. It's one of the books that I have on this shelf, which includes a few books that I have read but really need to, like Helen Oyeyemi's Gingerbread and a number of ones. So I keep them here. So I have the hard copy of that. So they've given me the paperback of Black Leopard, Red Wolf. And they also sent me a copy of Moon Witch Spider King. And these covers are beautiful. Like this is amazing. This is great. So yes, I want to address what Tatiana just said, but I will do a giveaway tonight for Black Leopard, Red Wolf, with the paperback that I have. So, Tommy can't hear me. Okay. I just need help figuring out the rules of the giveaway. But I will do a giveaway for this one because I do want somebody to have a copy of this, because I have 2. Okay. So Marlon James is the author of A Brief History of 7 Killings, The Book of Night Women, and I read that book and I loved it, as well as John Crow's Devil. And to address the mixed reviews that I heard about Black Leopard, Red Wolf, some people said that it was really violent and gritty and difficult. Some people said it was really hard to understand. Some people said that they didn't really appreciate the story. They didn't like the story. Other people have said that it was amazing. It was dark. It was gritty. It was exactly what they needed. It took them where it needed to go. Some people said that it was they knew that they were going to get into an extremely graphic story, and they were comfortable with that. I like dark stories. I like difficult narratives. I like a lot of things that people say are triggering for them. So I know I'm going to get into darkness, and I'm okay for that. So I think I'm gonna like this. And also just these bloody gorgeous covers. Come on. Look at that. So I'm very, very grateful that I received a copy of a hardcover of the Moon Witch Spider King. So so thank you very much for that, for Thank you, Penguin Random House Canada, for sending that to me. I appreciate that. So yes, we're going to do a giveaway for this one. And okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let's see how well you know me. What's my favorite form of poetry? What's my favorite style of poetry or genre? Do you know? If you've been a member of this channel for a while, you will know, and you'll know what I mean. Okay, so this is okay. You are correct. My favorite style of poetry is haiku. So if you would like if you would like to be in the running for this book, then in the comments of this video after it goes live, please put in a haiku, write a haiku about why you are interested in this particular book. And then I would choose one person, and then I will put this in an envelope and I will send it to that one person. Okay. So the other piece is not a book, but it is something that I do want to, that is prompting me to share something. I'm just reading this. Okay. So one thing that I would like to share with you. So this is actually I received a little gift from Jewel Gomez. And Jewel Gomez is the author of The Gilda Stories. The Gilda Stories, which is a Black lesbian vampire novel. And there are going to be very exciting things happening in the world of the Gilda Stories. This was written in, or first published in 1991 by Firebrand Books. This is a classic. If you haven't read the Gilda Stories and you like vampires or you like historical fiction, then that has vampires and that's lesbian, you should read this. So that's the Gilda Stories. And Jewel Gomez writes that there are going to be I don't know how public this is, I'm not going to share it, but there are a number of exciting things that are going to be happening with the story of the Gilda Stories. And that's, I think, all I can say at the moment. So that's exciting. So thank you very much for the message, Jewel. This is awesome. Okay, so this is, okay, Tommy can't see. Look at this. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so this is an ornament, a hanging in the best sense of the word, obviously, like a hanging beautiful thing. So this is Jewel Gomez and me several years ago when Jewel Gomez was a guest at Buddies in Bad Times Theater as part of a festival, and there was a question and answer with Jewel Gomez and Kim Katrin Crosby, who is a thought leader and yoga instructor and cultural theorist. And I was in the audience listening to Kim and Jewel talk about the Gilda Stories. And Jewel was very, very kind and allowed me to do an interview with her after the show. That interview is actually on ONYX Pages, so you can actually find it. And if somebody wants to like check, if one of my friends can just look it up and put the link in the chat, that would be really appreciated. And you'll see we're actually like, this is what we were wearing. This is the thing. And then because she was amazing and I just wanted to like be with her forever, we ended up going for dinner, I think that day, and the next day I think we had brunch or something. So if you know me, like I don't like small talk and short conversations. I like to actually meet people and get to know them over time and so on. And Jewel was very, very gracious to allow me to capitalize on her time in Toronto. And it was really, really lovely to hear stories about her and her partner, stories about when she wrote the Gilda stories, and just about her plans for the future and what it felt like to talk to new generations of readers of the Gilda stories. Again, this was written in 1991, and that's a long time ago. And I just think it was just amazing. I think the Gilda stories pairs really nicely with a number of different books, in particular, Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, and also there is another vampire book that I haven't read. Oh, hold on. Let me just remember what it's called. It's a time travel book that I want to talk about at some point. But anyway, there's that. So that's my haul. That is absolutely everything that I wanted to open. And this is really sweet. That's really sweet. Thank you, Jewel. I'm going to send you a link to this so you can see me be excited. So that's very, very lovely. So it's a New Year's gift. Okay. So I wanted to answer a couple of your questions if you have any. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask them. And I'm just looking to see where my Melanin Eclectic Reading Planner is, because I also, while I did not put up a video for my top 10 reads of 2021, I did make a top 10 list, and I'd like to share that with you. I might end up putting up like a more formal video that's edited and all of that, but at the rate I'm going, that might not be happening until November. So if you bear with me, I'm just going to I'm going to let you look at the galaxy for a second, and then I'm going to grab Oh, okay. I kept on talking, but then StreamYard was like, nobody can hear you. So maybe join the stream again. Okay. So I got the green Melanin Eclectic Reading Planner because at the time I was like, my color for 2022 is green. And then I changed it to yellow, but green is the closest to yellow. And I absolutely love it because green is about new starts and things like that. So that's my Melanin Eclectic Reading Planner. And I will show you some of my spreads. I took a very different approach. It's a lot more like calm than the one that I had from last year. And I don't know why. I think it was just the mood that I was in. But yeah, so this is mine. Let me just make sure that, okay. So this is one of my pages for January. So as you know, Brittany's style for this planner was a lot more bullet journal-y, choose your own adventure, create whatever you want. And when I got this, I discovered these acrylic pens, Tati, pens, not markers, acrylic pens that look like this. And I love how opaque and juicy they are. And so for January, I was very much into using them as much as possible. So when I was going to do videos, I decided I would write some video ideas down. So very, very sort of plain. I have, this is my list of top 10 reads, and I'll read them out to you for 2021. I also, again, very kind of clean, not as chaotic as last year, but I love chaotic too. So this is my January monthly spread. So I'm still using the washi tape. So the books I read in January were, and this is How to Stay Alive, which is right here, by Shingai and Jerry Kagunda. Stunning, stunning novella. Buy it, read it. Oh my gosh, amazing. And then, so that was depicted with the pink washi. And then Emergent Strategy by Adrienne Marie Brown, which was also excellent. And I hybrid read this, so that was great. So that was the green. And then I also, with the Octavia E. Butler slow read, hosted by not Isis anymore, but by Tatiana and myself, we read Imago. So that was the third book in the trilogy. And you can see that the little tangerine stickers there. And then we had our live show. So that was January. And then I also created a little space to write down my thoughts for each of the books. I took a picture of the book covers with my my sprocket, which is this device that I learned about from Brittany and then Tatiana, and then use the washi tape and talk about the books. I also have journaled. So what I'm doing this year that's a little bit different. So again, just plain using it like a notebook here. I just wrote about all the books that I read in January and what the common themes were. So as a different way to approach reading. Okay. And then I had some more reflections on Imago. And then this was sort of my rating. So when I eventually do a wrap up, I will be able to do that. And that was Imago. And then these are some notes coming from the solar powered Afrofuturism slow reading group, because we put our reading list together for 2022. And again, what I did was I used washi tape to stick one of the pages from a Melanin Eclectic notepad onto the book, into the planner. And this was the Alice in Wonderland, the Tea Party kit. And then, yes, this is my January wrap up. Clearly reflecting. I reflected on being on hiatus. And then a to-do list for February. So that's my little flip through. I'm enjoying using the planner. I love the space. So the reading list for solar powered, we're still working on a graphic, getting that up. So we'll be starting our first book in March. And I can say for myself, and I don't know if you're going to do this, Chloe, but for myself, I'm going to do a video with all of the books. And so people will know that they can read. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ari. Nice to see you. All right. So yes, Ari, you are just in time to hear my top 10 list of books from 2021. And after I read that list, if people don't have any questions, then I'm going to say bye, because it's been 45 minutes. So these are my top 10 books from 2021. Okay. I have a top 10, and then I have 3 additional ones that I want to talk about. So first of all, do you have any guesses as to what my top what books landed on my top 10 list. So I'll give you a few seconds to just type in your answers. Oh, sorry, Tati. Paint pens. Didn't I say paint pens? Didn't I say acrylic paint pens? What did I say? Are you okay? So let's see if you can guess any of my top 10 books of 2021. And then you get bragging rights if you get. That's fun. Okay. I'll give you a few more seconds because there's a bit of delay. Okay. So I'm gonna start from 10 and I'm gonna work my way up. And they're in order of emotional impact, right? But that's pretty much it. They were all excellent. Excellent. But at the time that I was ordering them, I was just thinking, okay, I know these are the top 10 or the top 13. So what at the end of the year, which ones do I feel the best about? And so that's how I ordered them, but they were all excellent. The first one is Sisters of Reckoning by Charlotte Nicole Davis. That was number 10. Number 9 was Sword and Steel by Ebony Dunbar. Number 8 was Deathless Divide by Justina Ireland. Number 7 was After the Rain by Nnedi Okorafor. Number 6 was Remote Control by Nnedi Okorafor. Number 5 was Storm Song by C.L. Polk. Number 4 was Ring Shout by P. Djeli Clark. Number 3 was Soarland by Rivers Solomon. Number 2 was Home is Not a Country by Safia Elilo. And number 1 was Butter Honey Pig Bread by Francesca Ekwasi. So those were my top 10 books of 2021. I will probably do a video about them. Now, there were 3 books that did not make it on the top 10 list. And that is simply because at the end of the year, my only determinant for making it on the list, I didn't use like the 7 calorie shell or anything like that, was it was supposed to be like how I felt, like which book still gripped me emotionally. And there were 3 books that didn't make it onto that list because the emotional impact wasn't quite there around the story. Like I found that in the second year of the pandemic, I was really attracted to a particular style. Like, so you can definitely see with Soarland, Remote Control, Butter Honey Pig Bread, and Ring Shout, and Home is Not a Country, there was sort of like this dark liminal space kind of thing, and I was really attracted to that style. So there are some books that didn't make it because they don't have that style, but I still couldn't leave them out of the conversation. So those 3 are Unbroken by C.L. Clark, because my God, it was sexy and it was enjoyable, and I'm ready for more from C.L. Clark, and I want books 2 and books 3 and everything else. So that was definitely one of them. The other was Masters of Poisons by Andrea Hairston. I unfortunately force fed myself that book toward the end of the year because I wanted it to be finished by 2021. And so I had this like long stretch of time in the last couple of days of the year when I was like really, really powering through and trying to get it done. And as a result of that I really missed a lot of the nuance. And so I'm actually going to read that one again because I just missed it. And like, don't drink fine wine with a straw. You know what I mean? Like, some things are meant to be sipped, and that should have been sipped, and it wasn't. So yeah, there is that. The last one is Black Moon by Eugen Bacon. And I really enjoyed that collection of flash fiction that was speculative and horror filled. And again, I tend to have less of an emotional response to short story collections and anthologies because each story sort of hits you a little bit differently. So it didn't make it up on the top 10, but it definitely is a book that at the end of 2021, I was like, that is definitely a notable book. So those are my top 10 books and then 3 extras. Okay. So I'm just going to see your comments and then I will say goodbye. So when I asked you what books you thought might be on my list, many of you said Sorrowland, Butter Honey Pig Bread, definitely top 3. Legendborn was not, I don't think I didn't read Legendborn last year. I don't think. I think it was the year before. I think, could be wrong. Who knows? What's a year? And Black Diva, you're reading Ring Shout now. Woo! Let me know what you think. I think I did a review of that. So let me know what you think. And Ari, y'all are reading you see Sor. Okay, y'all see Sorrowland. Awesome. And I know y'all love Sorrowland. So yes. And it was really, really nice to see y'all and Jesse talk about Sorrowland and how affirming it was for you. And hearing you talk about it really got me thinking about it from a very different perspective. And I just got a lot of value from your discussion. So for folks who are watching, I think it's really important, like when you are reading books, it's always nice to hear the perspectives of people who share different identities. And so there was just a lot that I really appreciated, both from your identities as non-binary people, but also as multiples. Like I just really got me thinking about a lot. So it was wonderful. So thank you for that discussion. I enjoyed it very much. Deepened my understanding. Okay, yes, the ghost orgy alone. I think a lot of people are saying that. Okay, all right, everyone. So that is it. This was wonderful. I want to thank you very much for being a part of this experience and the hall and everything. This was really nice. I do not know when I am going to be returning exactly. The whole point of the hiatus is to just like allow me an opportunity to come back and to get back into rhythm and to enjoy reading. So that's what I'm going to do. But I expect that sometime in March, I'll be back and have a better sense of what the next, what the next, I don't know, time will be. The next time. All right, everyone. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to read with purpose. And if you want to be considered for the Black Leopard Red Wolf giveaway, the way that you can enter into the draw is by writing a haiku about why you're interested. And and then put that in the comments below. And then I will choose someone. I'll probably choose someone after, I don't know, a week or so, give the video some opportunity to marinate. And let's just say the end of February. So on March 1st, I'll choose someone and I'll find you. I'll find you. Awesome. That's wonderful. So it's great that y'all are going to be meeting Akweke Emezi. Wonderful. That'll be a really great discussion as well. So congratulations on that. And there we are. Bye, everyone.